Well, growing up around here, I definitely have known a lot of people who you can call them characters, a lot like Carmine.
Yep.
You make him such a Jersey
Right.
figure,
Right.
and I was wondering, if there were any influences, any characters, any people you've known that really went into your development of him in that way.
Well, the main one is the real guy,
Sure.
who I never met, but there's information that I had handed to me and some videos and stuff. But Angelo Ericetti was his name, and he was my main inspiration too.
Mm-hmm. And anything specific in the way you carried yourself and the mannerisms that you developed from him, or?
No, it was more the emotional and the principle of Angelo as a mayor. Him as a man and a family man, I could only assume. So I drew the line there and kind of went off of my own interpretation of as a good family man, good-hearted man, and wide open and loving and generous and giving and
Yeah,
those
absolutely.
sorts of things.
I think we're sort of conditioned to believe when we see a politician in a movie to think he's going to be the bad guy.
Right.
But that's not the
He's
case.
not in this one.
Yeah. So do you really look at him as like the most moral character in the film?
I certainly do. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can sort of define what he believes in?
Well, it's the principle of it might be even a playground philosophies of like treat others like you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And be good to people. It's there's nothing wrong with those sort of playground principles, and that's where he came from. And he cared about the community he lived in. He grew up in. He grew up in Camden, New Jersey. Wanted to take care of the people of that place, and knew he could turn it around. And it's there's something really could go really wrong with that kind of steadfastness and that sort of stubbornness and self-righteousness if it was veered in the wrong direction. But he was principled in the right direction, or at least a moral direction.
Sure.
And that's what made him a good guy.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you think he saw in Irv as his new friend?
To me, I think the initial sort of attraction was that they came from same places. They came from some principled roots and family, and because he had kids and a wife and a thing, and blah, blah, there's just those similarities that he picked out as like, as a stand-up guy. You shake hands, you look people in the eye when you talk to them, and then kind of move on. But he respects him for that at least.
If Carmine were running for mayor, would you vote for him?
Yeah, of course. Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
Oh, awesome. And just quickly, if you could talk a little bit about being the newcomer to the David O. Russell universe, if how, what you've learned and what you realized about this little community of.
I learned to be fluid, and jumping onto this movie was a big leap of faith in David O. Russell, and there's no one better to do that with than David O. He always delivers.
Awesome.
So there is no trust you really have to give. You're going to get. You're going to be taken care of.